Canonical deviations of stylists. He baptizes and marries a second time, committing a great heresy and dogmatic error. Father, what are the canonical deviations of stylists? Stylists also have serious canonical deviations. Here are the most serious. 1. They do not obey the decision of the Ecumenical Patriarchate of Constantinople in 1923, which decided to correct the old calendar. 2. They don't listen to the Patriarchate of Jerusalem either. 3. They do not obey the Synod of the Romanian Orthodox Church and the decision of the primates of all Orthodox churches who gathered in Moscow in 1948. 4. Their bishops and priests, as well as the Christians led by them, distance themselves from serving and communion with our priests and hierarchs out of hatred, pride, rebellion, and disobedience, thereby falling under the condemnation of canons 12, 13, 14, and 15 of the First and Second Councils of Constantinople, 31 and 34 of the Sixth Ecumenical Council, 5 of the Council of Antioch, and others. 5. He baptizes and marries a second time, committing a great heresy and dogmatic error. 6. They broke the spiritual connection with the canonical hierarchy of the Romanian Orthodox Church. 7. They blaspheme and defame the patriarchs, bishops, and priests of the Church who hold the new style, calling them Catholics, graceless, heretics, etc. I see 8. They established monasteries without the approval of the Holy Synod. 9. Stylistic priests go to foreign villages and perform services secretly, without regard to the approval of the local bishop and the patriarch of those parishes. And these are some of the canonical mistakes and deviations of those who keep the old style in our country. Are stylists considered heretics? No, they are schismatics, that is, separated from the Orthodox Church because they have violated the administrative church laws, organizing their own monasteries and churches without the approval of the Holy Synod. And if they dare to baptize a second time, then they become heretics, according to the 47th Theor, Apostolic Canon, and other canons. The calendar is a clock. It has been changed 5 times so far, and when necessary, it will be changed again. The calendar is a clock of time, and if you have a clock that is an hour or 2 behind, is yours good now that it is behind? Or should we quarrel, divide, hate each other because we are no longer orthodox? Have you ever heard of saying holy martyr calendars pray to God for us? Have you heard these crazy things? If the calendar were holy, we should worship the calendar. Or is the calendar a dogma? All dogmas are summarized in the creed. Have you ever heard, I believe in a calendar? Have you heard these crazy things? The calendar is not a dogma, it is not holy. It is a clock of time. Why do you worship it, and because of it do not obey the church and start making ordinations on your own? See what it says in Ephesians chapter 1, 21, 22. The church is the body of Christ. See also Galatians 18. 19. The head of the church is Christ. And in Colossians, did you see what the church is? Whoever has broken away from the church, whether a sectarian or a stylist, whatever he may be, has broken away from the body of Christ and has no salvation in the age of the age. Just so you know, we never worship the calendar. And these stylists, who are disobedient to the church to this day, remain a heretical faction that will not correct itself, because they say, from all sin a man turns away easily, but from heresy very difficult. And this is because the rational part of the soul darkens. In vain do I tell him that here it is white, that he sees black, and then he turns away very hard. That is how it remains. That is how sects and the others remain. Ecumenist Ilie Cleopa Father. Cleopa Speaks to Us, 2nd edition, volume 3, Zihastria Monastery Publishing House, Vanatori Nemt, 2004, pp. 126-128.
The official view of the heretical ecumenist/new calendarist official pseudo-churches, not all autocephalous or national Orthodox churches participated in the Inter-Orthodox Council in Constantinople, 1923. Therefore, the calendar correction adopted here remained to be introduced by each Orthodox church on the date it deemed appropriate, so as not to give rise to disturbances. In order not to break the unity of the Orthodox Church, the primates of the Orthodox Church, accompanied by their delegations, meeting at the Pan-Orthodox Conference in Moscow in 1948, decided that, in order to maintain and strengthen orthodoxy, all churches should celebrate Easter on the same date, on Sunday, only after the Old Paschalia, until all sister Orthodox churches adopt the corrected Julian calendar. And with regard to fixed holidays, each autocephalous church should use the calendar it has. doxologia-ro.translate.google.
Anathema to the wicked Cleopa, the false elder of ecumenist and surgeonist heretics, persecutor of the old calendarists.